Since Project Batoyun is mainly about making a Mongol-inspired LARP character, I think it makes sense that we start this series by talking about the game for which I'm doing all this. A Canadian LARP game known as the Pact. To make a brief summary, the Pact is, quote, an inclusive, bilingual, competitive, player-supported PvE live-action role-playing game set in a dark gunpowder fantasy world. Unquote. They have quite a rich lore already despite being a relatively new game. Its first official game was hosted no later than last year, and one aspect of that lore is what motivated me to make this project. The fallen empire of the Daishikai Teikoku. Now I know what you're thinking, that doesn't sound even remotely Mongolian, and you'd be correct, but the Pact put a twist to the Daishikai Teikoku that is, in my opinion, a well-needed breath of fresh air. Quote, the empire comprised 4 kingdoms, each with its unique culture, traditions, and strengths. Unquote. Here are the 4 kingdoms in question, along with their cultural equivalent. Chishin is Japan, Zhongxin is China, Baho is Tibet, and finally, To is Mongolia. The Pact gives us 4 distinct cultural inspirations rather than just one. And in the LARPing sphere, where Japan dominates with little to no contest as the default Asian cultural inspiration, I find it very nice that not 1, not 2, but 3 other unique and rich cultures are being showcased at last. That being said, it's one thing to showcase a culture foreign to your own, it's another to do it right. And it's imperative, as a foreigner who appreciates the Mongolian culture and history, to do it properly. And as sad as it is to admit, I know that I would never be able to do that locally. As far as I can remember, the only Mongol-inspired things on the market here are a full set of leather armor, and maybe a few bows, but that's it. Right off the bat, this project would prove to be a challenge in more ways than one. That didn't stop me then, though, and that sure won't stop me now. And so, it was time for yours truly to turn his gaze towards the land of the eternal blue sky.